Hello guys, so today in this video we are going to see this particular problem step by step direction from a binary tree node to another. Okay, so basically what the question says is you are given a root of a binary tree, that is the head here, with n nodes. Each node is uniquely assigned a value from 1 to n. You can see like all the nodes have one value, 1 2 3 4 5. You can see you are also given an integer start value representing the value of the start node, and a different integer destination value, dest value actually, representing the value of the destination node. So what you have to do is find the shortest path starting from node S and ending at node T, and they are saying generate the step-by-step direction of such path as a string consisting of only letters L, R, U. So basically what this mean to say is L means you are going left, R means you are going right, up, U means you are going up. Okay, so what the problem actually says is, suppose here the start value is 3 and the destination value is 6. So basically you have to find the shortest path. Shortest, see, this thing is important where it says you have to find the shortest path. Okay, why it is shortest, I'll just tell you. So you have to find a path between from 3 to 6. So how are you going to reach from 3 to 6 is you have to go up 2 times, then you have to go a right, then you have to go a left. So that is what you have to print, up 2 times, then right, then left. So why basically it says is that the shortest path, because there can be a condition like this. Suppose you have this path something like this. Okay, suppose this is 1, this is 3, this is 6, this is 5. So when you want to reach 6, how can you reach it? See, uh, you can reach it by either going from here to here directly, or you can go back from here and then again come back to this part. So basically you don't want to repeat any paths. Okay, so you have to just find the shortest path with which you can reach this particular node. Now what is the intuition behind it is, let's see in the next slide. So see, from here what we have to do is we have to find out, okay, if you want to reach 6, we have to first find out how can we reach 6. So basically from the root, let's travel up to this 6 and store, okay, what are all the steps that has been taken to reach at this particular point 6. So if you see here, suppose we are iterating for 6, we are searching for 6. How we can do it? We have to go first right and then left. So we have like we can easily do a DFS and get the path of this 6 from the root node and store its values, like the path values of which it has taken. So for here it is right, for here it is left. So basically for 6 we'll store that from the root, from the head we have to go right first and then we have to go left. Similarly we'll do for 3 as well. So for 3 we will see that we have to go first left and then again left, so we have to go twice of left. Now once you have got this particular uh, path for both of them, we have to remove the duplicates. What I mean by duplicates is, as I have shown in the previous example, suppose this is 5, suppose this is 4, this is 3, and this is 2, and let it be here. So what you have to do is, you have, suppose in this particular situation you have to reach from 3 to 2. Okay, so according to what I have said earlier, we have to first find out the path up to 3 and then path up to 2. So if you are going to find the path up to 3, what we have to do is we have to first go left and then again a left. This is for 3. If we have to go to 2, what we have to do is we have to go left and then again have to go right. Now if you can see here, the once we have got the path, we can easily compare both the letters, the consecutive what you can say characters at in both the strings, and if both of them are same, that means that we are traveling the same path again. So basically what I mean is, left is we are coming left for 2 as well, we are coming left for 3 as well. So for the shortest path from 3 to 2, we do not have to consider this particular L. So what we will do is we will first find out the path and then we will iterate. Suppose this is R, this is L, this is L, this is L. We'll keep a pointer I here and keep a pointer J here. Okay, So we'll compare if both are this value at I and value at j are same. If they are same, we will just do I plus plus and j plus plus. You can keep both the values the same. I have kept it different to for better understanding. And then if they are same, then we move to the next one. If they are not, so we'll break from the loop, and whatever else is remaining, that will be our main path that we have to consider. Okay. So in this particular case, if I see, here we have left left and left right. Here we have right left left left. So the first one itself is not matching, so we'll break, and our final path that we will have to consider is RL and LL. But here in this case, if you see, both the first ones are matching, so we don't have to consider this one, we just have to consider this part. So L and R. Okay, so that is this this L and R. So basically this L we do not have to consider, we just have to consider this L and R. So what this basically mean is we are reaching to a particular node which is the parent of both the source, the start and the destination. So this is basically what we are trying to achieve by removing these two, the first or the parent for which both of them are the child. That's it. So once we have got L and R in this case, so what we have to do now here is we have to reach from start to destination. So if we want to reach from start to destination, what will be our way? So from start we will reach to the parent, and from the parent we will reach to the destination. So for reaching from start to parent, what we have to do, you have to go up, right? So up we have to go, and how many times we will have to go up? The number of the length of the path that we have left after removing the common one. Okay, so this is one. So we have left here only once, so we have to go once only up. So up is there, and then from parent to the child, that's destination. What we can do, we have to simply copy this destination path UR. So that is basically what we have to do here. So we have to go from up, and then we have to go right. So this is basically our um answer. So let me clear this, erase all, and let me show it here. So here what we have is we have to go left and left in case of 3. In case of C, we have to go right and then left. So now we want to first we have got the path. So once we have got the path, we will remove like the common one, initial prefix one, which are common. So remove common prefix. So here we don't have any, so we'll keep it as it is. So after removal, what we have, the path to consider left left for 3, and for 6 it is right left. So once we have got this, so it means that the we have to from the parent, the first parent from the child, that is 3, it is at 2 nodes. That is why we have left left, right? So we have to go 2 nodes up to the parent. That is why up up, and then from the parent, that is here 5, we have to go to the child. So that path, sorry, so that path will be as it is, right? We do not have to make any change while going from the parent to the destination. The only path that we need to change is going from the start or the starting to the parent, and that we have to do is up. And how many times? The length of the path that we have left. So that is why we have 2 up from 3 to 5, and then simply copy R and L. So that will be our answer. Let's see the code how we can do it. So at first we'll see the path thing, how we can get the path. So this is very easy, right? You have to do just DFS for this binary tree. So we are going left, we are just doing a DFS going left, and then root of left we are doing a recursion. And then when we reach the end, suppose we have at 5, so for 5 we have gone left, the value, that is 1, is not equals to the root the value, the start value, that is equals to 3, it is not equals to 3. So we will again go to left, and when it is equals to 3 we will return 2. So when we will return true from here, so we'll reach at 1. So 1 we have left as true. So this start and what this start variable is, the start variable just said like whether we are finding the path for the start position, or whether we are finding for the destination position. So if start is true, that is we are finding path for the start destination. Okay, that is we have to add this particular path and append L to it. That is we have come to left, and then we have to return true. Similarly, we have to do for the right one, and this way we can get the result. So basically what we'll get left here and left here, so we'll get 2 left here. And for this one, what we have to do, we'll first append, when we reach here we will append left, and then here we will append right. So whatever value that you get here, right, you have to reverse this thing, because we are writing, or we are storing the value in a like opposite way, or the reverse order. So once you reverse this thing, you will get RL, because you are storing L and then R. Okay, so that is L and R, so you have to reverse this thing. Similarly, you have to reverse this, so it will remain LL and this will become RL. So once you have got the path, this is very easy one, this DFS. I'll provide the link to the code in the description. You can go ahead and check it. Okay. Now the path I was talking about. So once you have done DFS for the start one and DFS for the destination one, and you have reversed those to get the values, what we have to do is I have taken 2 pointers, I and j, and I is less than start dot length and j is less than destination dot length. So what you have to do is, if both of the characters meet, then we'll just do I plus plus and j plus plus, just like we have in the previous example, like this. So if both of them are same, we'll move on to the next index. So we'll do that until the match is there, and if at any position where we did not have the match, we'll just break. And once we break, now we are going to form the actual path. So how do we form the actual path? I have told you, right, whatever the remaining length of the start path is, we have to just append that many up there. So that is what we are doing. We have reached I here, and suppose the length is something. So until we reach the length of this particular value of I, we will append u. That will what it will do is, it will show that from the start how many steps we have taken to reach to the parent, and that many ups will be there. And then we just have to add the destination path from the particular index from where it is not matching up till the end. That is what I am doing, from destination path to substring, and then returning this particular value. That's it. This will give our path. So whatever the final value of the destination from up, and then whatever value that was remaining, I just added it to the like this string builder, and then returning the string. That's it, nothing else. So I hope you have understood this. This particular code, I'll provide the code in the link to the code in the description. You can go ahead and check it. Let me try to submit this thing. So if you see, this is the particular code, and let me submit it. Hopefully it passes. Okay, so it passed all the test cases. Okay, so that's it. Like, it was an easy problem. It was just a point that you have to identify how to remove that parents one, like the common path that we have. Suppose this node, they are traveling and then they are separating here. So this common path you have to remove, and then from start you have to go up only, and then from destination you have to just copy as it is. That's it. Like, the problem was nothing but more than that. Okay, I hope you have understood it. Thank you for watching.